Hey guys, welcome back. It is your favorite Gimp with a Limp, and I'm here with a special treat for you all. That is right, I've got a preview of Terminator Dark Fate Defiance. This is being released by Slitherine Games. Now, what I'm playing here is a beta. It's a early press release, so it's not a finalized version of the game. Make sure you keep that in mind. But it will give you a little taste of what is to come. So when it comes to my review, I'm gonna review all the usual aspects of the game, right? But I'm gonna look at it from just a little bit different perspective. So plenty of video game reviewers out there will just review the game as a video game, but I'm a war gamer, so I'm gonna look at it a little bit different. And Slitherine Games puts out a lot of really great war games. So when I found out they were releasing this game, I was thinking to myself, okay, is this just a cash in on an IP that's famous, Terminator brand, or are they really going to bring it? Because we all know that when it comes to IPs, that sometimes an IP game can be really bad. However, it has seemed like publishers have kind of flipped the script on that, and they're not putting out junk when it comes to IP games anymore. Back in the day, it was almost a guarantee that if it was an IP game, it was going to be crap. But now we're getting things like Aliens Dark Descent, which was really good. So now I'm like, okay, I'm excited about Terminator Dark Fate. So when I'm looking at this, yes, I'm going to touch on, graphics and sound and gameplay and all that usual stuff, but is there the tactical depth that us war gamers are going to want and would expect from a game that's being released by Slitherine? And I have to say right off the bat, yeah, there is. So far, I have been playing this. There is that depth to the gameplay that I would want from Slitherine Games. And see, when it comes to this, I understand that they have to kind of thread that needle, right? They can't do it like Valor and Victory, that is purely a tactical game, hex and counter, that us wargamers are going to like, but the general run-of-the-mill game players aren't really going to go for. They need to have that tactical level that we're going to appreciate, that depth that we want, but have good graphics and gameplay and sound and story and all this other stuff that the general run-of-the-mill public's going to want. And honestly, after playing this, I gotta say, yeah, they threaded the needle and they hit it pretty well. So here's what we're gonna do. I only have access to a few missions. I've got the single player, just a few missions on that, and then skirmish. I think there's one map that I have access to, and I want to show you guys some of the single player, and then we're going to cut into the skirmish to let you guys see how the robots play. Now, they don't say it's Skynet, they say it's Legion, and Legion is from that Genesis movie, so I'm kind of unsure how the story plays out. I haven't got enough of the game to really figure out where they're going with the story on this, but it is called Legion, not Skynet. And honestly, that bothers me because Legion isn't from the good Terminator, it's from the bad Terminator. So I would rather it be Skynet. My guess it has something to do with copyright protections or whoever owns what. I'm unsure how that's all being handled, but they're having to call it Legion, so it is what it is. But we do see some of the robots that we would expect to be in the game. It's going to start with the first mission being 10 days after Judgment Day, and then after that we're going to be, I think it's 10 years after Judgment Day, where the Resistance is fighting back. They did not have realistic when I tried it earlier, so this is updated to add that in. I would probably start with normal if I were you guys. Normal actually had a little bit of difficulty to it because you really don't want to be losing troops in this game. This isn't Command and Conquer where you can keep popping out new units, so it's got a little difficulty to it. Okay, 2 weeks after Judgment Day. I thought it was 10 days, but anyway. There you go, you see the robots fighting. Obviously, we're at a high-level isometric perspective. And what throws me a little bit is the robots already have the plasma weapons, which I didn't think they got until later on, story-wise.
Hey, wait up! Where are you going? You hear that? The machines are coming.
Army's trying to slow them down, but there's still people trapped in the ruins. We gotta find them before the battle reaches them. We're still cops, right? We got a duty to help those people.
Leave it to the Army. This is war. You want to be a hero?
I like
Go
Officer
ahead.
Stevens.
But none of us are trained for this. Rest of you do what you want. I'm out of here.
Hey, asshole! What happened to Protect and Serve?
We're with you, Stevens. What we do?
We're going back in there. It's gonna be rough, but it's what we need to do. You with me?
All right, so let's pause here for just one sec. The gameplay controls really similar to the isometric RTS style games that you have played before. You can use the W, A, S, and D keys to move the camera around. Q and E do not rotate though. That throws me off. I kind of would probably adjust that later on to make it adjust the rotation of the camera. I'm just so used to it being that way. You can do it with the middle mouse button instead though. So that option does present itself for you. And just in case I screw the pooch, let's do mission 1 start, because I don't want to screw it up. And as you can see, I have been playing this for a little while. So here we go.
Atlanta PD.
Click and drag, select your units,
Copy that.
right click to move them. And I need to move up to this area. And as you can see, the bombs have already dropped. It looks exactly like you would expect Terminator to look like. Strangely enough, the farther on missions are actually more...
Over here.
Oh,
We're
here we
dead,
go.
but radio's still working.
Copy. Anyone there? Are we the
Copy.
only ones left?
I'm on it. Our OC's dead. Who's in command here? Give us orders.
We're cut off.
See, that's our objective now. Get to the Humvee.
Resistance needed. I'm here. Tell me where you are and we'll come to you. Who is this? Identify yourself. Officer Chris Stevens, Atlanta PD. Cop, this is a military operation. Who put you in command?
The robots
machine's
did.
dead. When they killed all of your officers.
Yeah,
Like
I love that.
Tell us where you are and we'll come get you.
Who put you in
Atlanta
command?
PD. I'm on it.
God did when he murdered my wife. South Park for the win.
You're that cop on the radio. We got people nearby, but no one to command.
You do now. Tell them to hold this position while we look for survivors.
You got it.
All right, and just pay attention real quick to the shadows of the units that are on the ground. I mean, it is so good. The graphics showing just even the little movements, and they're tiny little figures on the screen, but you can see shadows follow right along as things move along. It really does have that realistic look to it. Let's keep going here. I've got a group of engineers now, and I've lost control of the Humvee, the cop, Stevens. And I've got together additional Army squads. Now there is weapons over there. Oh, yep. Those are some drones. I wonder if I can get to those weapons, because I saw those in the first time I played this mission, but I didn't get to them. Nope. Too many squads over there. I'll get my engineers killed if I try to
Hear
go.
that, people? We're under cop command now.
Okay with me, as long as he knows what he's doing.
Here they come. Get ready.
All right, get in this building. Pay attention down over here to the left. You see that I've got the icon for the map, and then if I click on a unit, it shows their ammo. Yes, you do have limited ammunition, and that is extremely important here. You will have to resupply your units in game, right? The especially the heavy weapons, right? So the heat rocket launcher. Later on, I am going to get a rocket launcher to take out vehicles, and that thing only carries something like 4 rounds. So once you've used them, you've got to get more of them.
Tell us what to do.
Same thing with the vehicles.
We got a Bradley crew in those ruins nearby. They're out of command, waiting for orders. I'll get to them. You advance down the street and then hold your position there.
All right, so this Army squad I'm not controlling. If you look up into the upper right hand of the screen, you can see the squads I have control of and how many personnel and what type. So I've got a infantry squad and an engineer squad, 5 men and 4 men respectively. I just have to hold this position against the robots coming in. But as you can see, there are weapons there that I would love to get. It's a M240 machine gun and a small grenade launcher. Yeah, I would love to get those, but you're gonna see so many robots come up this road. There's no way. Now look at these things. These look like early
What are you doing here?
Terminators. So it's not a T-800.
No one.
So what was that thing that was in the Salvation movie?
So move forward, support our defense line.
A T-400 or something like that? So it's not an 800, it's just a skeletal robot with a plasma gun. I do like the red eyes on these things, but it looks like they've got a backpack or something. That backpack throws me off a little bit. I'm wondering what the hell that is. Alright, can I get those guys? Ah, nope, there's more coming. Here in a minute, you'll see we pretty much just try to hold out and then escape. If these guys are going to keep pouring up. Watch this mini map down here to the right. You'll see how enemy units just keep pouring in. We are not going to win this. And that Bradley's going to get taken out rather quickly because they have a walker coming in right there. Those spider walkers, man, they're going to light that Bradley up. And see, I can't control the Bradley. I would order it to back up so it doesn't get shot by these things. Where's...
We're not retreating yet. Not before we can bring more people out with us. Commander, let's do this.
I know the civilians are going to be in this building. That's why I went ahead and started my engineers moving over towards it, because I knew it was going to be an objective. So they're going to pull back.
Engineers have smoke grenades. We can use them to lay down smoke cover and blind incoming enemy fire.
We got civilian survivors here. Send them to the evac point and keep searching for others.
And there should be another one over there. And these guys, I'm going to go ahead and fall them back, because I know the objective is going to be to pull back to the edge of the map. So I'm kind of moving my units towards there. I have a little bit of foreknowledge. Oh, no, this way. Go to this building.
More survivors. Get them to safety before the machines get here.
And see, survivors are going to run out.
Artillery, can you hear me? We've lost contact with command, but can provide support to anyone out there. Good to hear from you, Delta 3. I need you to hold back the machines' advance while we evacuate the civilians.
Hold the defense. Yeah, right.
Hold them back while
I'm
we get
out.
other people out of here.
I'm out. Run. And you see they're starting to take some fire. Here comes that robot right up the road. He's going to take out that Bradley. Come on, Bradley, turn, fight him.
Our survivors
he's taking
are on
fire.
their way to the evac point.
Yeah. And yes, you can lose men, and it is a big deal. Oh, they are almost completely out of 5.56. They've got a little bit of 7.62. They got some grenades, one rocket left. These guys have a fair amount. Now, they can actually put down mines. I'm not going to bother to set mines now because they'll get wiped out.
We can't hold them back. We've got the civilians to safety.
Here we go.
Time to pull back.
So as you can see, this first mission is literally just to establish the story. Let's take our guys and we're going to run them back here. And they're just trying to escape. Get as many people out as you can. And run. Alright, the Bradley's going to move forward and try to hold them out so my infantry can pull off. They're all like, oh, we got to save as many as we can. And look at that damage system. Rockets incoming, stuff exploding. God, I love it. The graphics look good, I gotta say. Especially later on, you'll see in the next mission after this, which is the one I really wanted to show you guys. Firing the rockets at their transports. You'll see the missile go in, the little smoke trail right behind it. Blows it up. Their infantry coming up trying to hold them. And my two squads are going back here. Damn, we actually got a, what is that? Artillery. Got a Bradley, a couple of Humvees, bunch of civilians. We got more out than I got last time. Yeah, but everyone who's here, look how much red is across the board. They're gonna get wiped out to boom.
You did this? You got all those people out of there?
I did. So what's the plan now?
This was the plan, son. Fight and hold them here. We've already lost the president, the chiefs of staff, the whole chain of command. It's all gone. We failed.
We still have people to protect. That still matters.
Right. I like you, son. Like the way you think. What's your name?
Stevens, Atlanta PD.
A cop? Not anymore.
What?
The army, the government, it's all gone. I need people to help me build something new, better, more effective to replace it. You in, Stevens?
I'm sorry. The only thing that's
that was it.
off there is
How
the
I
way
joined
that they're
what
talking
became
about
the
it.
Founders.
Listen,
That was 10 years ago now.
they're too
Our
calm.
enemy,
I need
Legion,
you to help me build something
Just
new,
kept on getting
Stevens.
smarter in the meantime. Developing new weapons, new tactics, new ways to try and wipe us out. We had to keep changing too, just to keep up. Sometimes I wonder if those changes made us better or just too much like our enemy.
Now, I like the voice actor there for Stevens. I think he does a really good job. But the other guy, I missed what his name was. I mean, he just monotone as he's saying it. I like the way you think, Stevens. You're a good young man. We've lost the president and the chief of staff. Like, no, dude, you be a little more animated. But Stevens does a really good job with it. You'll see in the next mission, the voice acting is way, way, way better. It tells me how many infantry I killed, 105, 8 vehicles. I didn't destroy those, they did. This next mission is really, really cool, though. Now, this is when we're 10 years later. Yep. And I
Major
like
Stevens?
how the
Lieutenant Church.
terrain is
Sorry,
different. It's not
my
all dark,
mind was wondering.
destroyed city.
Just remembering my first time leading people in the field.
The Atlanta pullback, sir.
Yeah, the Atlanta pullback. Long time ago, though, in a different world. You remember your orders?
Light reconnaissance. Observe the enemy's movements and positions. Do not engage directly unless there's no other option.
Copy that. As we expand into this area, we don't want the neighbors to know we're here. Not until we know who and where they are. And we're ready to take them on.
I won't let you or the Founders down, sir.
Just bring your people back safely, Church. That's my main criterion for mission success. Even if it might not be for others.
Yes, sir. Founders Fidelis.
Good hunting, son. We're here.
You'll find that's something they say a lot. The Founders is evidently who they're calling the
Mace.
Resistance now.
Eyes yet on the new lieutenant?
What's to know? Either gonna be another newbie we gotta break in.
I like
Someone
Mason.
smart
He's
enough
awesome.
to let us run his platoon. All that matters is he's Founders Fidelis.
I hear that. Founders Fidelis, man. Heads up. Here they come.
At ease, sergeants. New platoon commander.
Let's get through
Lieutenant
this and I'll
Church.
tell you.
Yes, sir.
2 good men here, Lieutenant. You look out for them, they'll look out for you. Time to mount up and move out. You got a recon patrol to complete.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Movement ahead. Looks like wire hands. Legion forces. What kind?
Okay. Here's the deal. Founders Fidelis is obviously a spoof on Semper Fidelis, which is Marine Corps, it's Marine, our saying, right? Semper Fidelis is Latin for always faithful, okay? Founders Fidelis, so they're faithful to the founders? Semper is always, okay? So if you're a Marine and you say, we had like spoofs on it, jokes that we would say, hey, Semper Gumby, always flexible. Semper Scrotum, always on the ball. Stupid shit like that. But I'm like, Founders Fidelis, I get it. I think it's cool. They're trying to have some modern day military lingo and kind of putting it in there. But you're faithful to the founders. They've got to kind of flesh that out a little bit. Now, of course, I haven't seen enough of the story to say one way or the other, but it does appear from what I've seen so far that the founders are kind of the initial group that formed the resistance, but they're not talking about John Connor or any of that aspect of the lore. And that, combined with the fact that they keep calling it Legion instead of Skynet, makes me think that there is some type of IP copyright issue that they're having to skirt, because they're creating this alternate stuff that's never been heard about. Now, tell me, I mean, maybe it's in a novel that I haven't read or something along those lines. But as far as the founders, I've never heard of them prior to this game. And that really does make me think that they're having to avoid all the John Connor stuff, or they made the deliberate decision to avoid all the John Connor and Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back crap. I don't know. I do like it though. The thought that a handful of people in different positions rose up to help fight back the machines. You know, this guy was a cop and he refused to give up and fought as hard as he could to rescue as many as he could because he knew we were going to need bodies. It was still his job to protect people. That's awesome. That's really cool. I really like that aspect about it. But I don't know enough about the story to say yet whether or not where they're going with it is good nor bad. And you guys will see too, as we're getting into this, Mason's just freaking awesome. He just wants to blow shit up, and that is right up my alley. All right, so here we have to seek and destroy Legion scouts. We have just a initial group here. I don't have control of the Humvee yet. There's some snipers, Laszlo's Rangers. So there's some Rangers, Humvee, snipers that I will get access to later, but I have to just move these guys forward for now. Where are those scouts? Where are they at? And you see again their ammunition down over there.
Good job, Lieutenant.
We got movement. Vehicles on the road. Standard Legion transports.
At least now we know what those scout units were running interference for.
A convoy? What kind? Doesn't look familiar. Hold on. People. Those transports are carrying people.
And that's
Prisoners?
That's really Terminator
Dude, what do the
Salvation.
Wireheads take prisoners?
Since never. Okay, let's take that convoy.
That isn't our mission, sir. We're a recon patrol.
Not anymore, Sergeant. Now we're freeing those people.
Now we're freeing those people.
How you want to do this, sir?
We split into 2 squads. One engages the guard units, the other moves in, disables those transports, and frees the prisoners.
Sounds like a plan. Permission to lead the assault on the transports?
Granted. See you down there, Sergeant.
New lieutenant's got some balls on him.
Yeah. Better not get us all killed. Watch your 6 in there, lass. I'll be watching it too.
Worry too much, Mace.
Yep. And that's how I'm still alive. Got your Humvee. World course of the founders. Ain't got much armor, but its machine guns got enough reach to keep you out of harm's way. Snipers. Put them up on the hill, hidden under the trees. They can pick off enemies from long distance up there. Infantry squad. Ain't got the sniper's camo skills or long distance reach, but they do got a grenade launcher. Best place for them is the road behind the hill.
So now it's telling me where I've got to put everything, and I have control over it. Where did it say put the Humvee? There, and snipers go over there.
Okay, Humvee's in position.
Snipers do good. They can put out just a single shot to take out one of the Terminators. They do a really good job with it, but they're not heavy fire.
Infantry's where we need them.
You guys will see the enemy are going to come shooting up this road, and our job is to rescue the prisoners. And they're all, hey, why is Legion, I keep wanting to say Skynet, why is Legion taking prisoners? They have never seen them take prisoners before. So again, that's part of the story that's really kind of leaning towards Terminator Salvation. My guess is they're going to go with the whole, they're farming people so they can make decoy units.
Legion Wolfpack. Fast and mean. Some of them are modded to use advanced tactics. But looks like we dodged that bullet this time.
Fire at will! Disabling shots only on those transports!
You're up, Lieutenant.
Ready to go, sir.
And there's the transports.
Got a
Got a homunculi squad taking up a position near you. Hit them on their 6, sir. Got it.
And Laszlo's Rangers are going to hit them with grenades up here in the rear. So we just have to take them out from the front. Light them up. See that sniper shot? Love that. Machine gun plinking them off. Come on, light them up. There we go. Boom! This is the one that has the civilians in it. They hit it with an EMP.
Transport's been disabled. Get those container units out here and open. I want those people freed.
Wireheads don't take prisoners. What's going on here, sir?
Hopefully find out soon enough, Sergeant. Priority right now is to get these people to safety. How's it going with those containers, Sergeant?
We got them open, sir, but some of the people inside are in mighty poor shape.
Damn wireheads. Forget we're not machines. That people need food, water, and injuries looked at.
Walking wounded?
Some of them, but not enough. Others are going to need medical treatment before we can move them.
Okay. I'll get the doc to them.
Sir.
I'm aware of the problem, Sergeant Mason. Sergeant Laszlo, get those people ready to move as soon as the doc's finished. Longer we're sitting here, more likely we are to be discovered.
Yes, sir.
Urgent. We have civilians in need of medical treatment. Calling for any medics hearing this to respond and help.
This is Outpost 3 responding.
Affirmative.
You know you're with the Founders, son. We don't...
I know that, Doc.
Okay, I'm on my...
You do your job with these wounded.
Lieutenant, we got that medic you called incoming. Let's make sure he gets here in one piece. Need to check and clear that road before the doc heads out on it.
All right, I'm just going to touch on this aspect, and this is just a part of the gameplay that I did not like. This road, you're going to see me go up. You're going to see me go up it and down it, and up it and down it, and up it again, I think. It's too much back and forth, and the way the road is designed, there's this curve to it that makes it kind of hard, and it was a pathfinding issue with the units that they had a hard time navigating it because there's a sharp hairpin turn in it, there's a hill. And honestly, I think they should have moved parts of this around to different areas of the map. Instead of having you go back and forth from the same area on the map, you would go to point A, do something, come back to point B, go back to point A, go back to point B. And each time you would have to do a little something at each one of those points, but you just kept going back and forth. And then finally you go back to where the dock is to exfil. And a couple times I had lost units the first time I played this just because I got confused on where they were because we kept going back and forth between all the different spots. It was a pain in the butt. Have it spread around. There's a lot more map besides just that one outpost. Go to different areas and then go back there. Something like that. All right, but
Hold up, Doc.
let's grab our guys here. You see how it's green, green, and then red. So we have to follow along this road
Change of position.
and attack anything we have along the way. And as you can see, I can hold down the right click to adjust the units in what direction they're facing. Obviously, that is going to matter. All right, come on, go, go, go. And I'm trying to keep the infantry roughly with the Humvee.
Change of position.
That way they can support each other on anything that they run into. Honestly, this reminds me a lot of Company of Heroes in a way, except limited ammo and set in the Terminator universe. And this is the part of the road I'm talking about. Oh, right there they are. Tie them up. Come on. I like how the hill gives us an advantage fighting those Terminators because they were having to try to shoot up the hill, whereas we could shoot down it. All right, this guy's done.
Road ahead clear.
Contact. Copy that.
I like how they're shooting from up here at this Humvee. We're gonna gain control of that one. Actually, no, we don't gain control of that one. You see how it could be a pain in the ass going up and down this road over and over again. Now I can load units into this Humvee. As you see, holding the cursor over it does that. Now we got to change it. And you see how the Humvee's backing up? So I do like that, the unit will back up.
Signals showing a major Legion buildup in the area.
Definitely gonna be one of them days.
Got an anti-tank squad with an ATGM launcher that can take care of that wirehead officer. Call them in from the support team out. Be careful. That team's gonna have to re-ammo a lot. But if we lose the team, we lose our anti-armor capability.
Copy that.
And yes, that team is awesome. They do some really cool stuff. Alright, where am I putting those guys?
Stop changing position. Copy that.
And you see, this is what I'm talking about. You can get kind of jammed up. Right there.
Relocating. Copy. Yes, sir.
Okay, is there a reason the Humvee's not moving?
Relocating. Got it coming. Target's in range.
Where's it at?
Copy that. Taking the shot.
Alright, and...
Contact. Order.
Crossroads clear.
Ah, love that. Love that missile coming in on it.
Enemies ahead.
Oh, and something kind of neat. You do want to try to mitigate your losses
Eliminate target.
because your losses do add up. Like, they'll carry over from mission to mission.
You know what to do, Lieutenant.
Relocating.
I forgot that spider came in. Yeah. Oh, they didn't hit him with the missile. Wonder what? I must have got him with a grenade, or these guys used a small against him. Maybe that's what it was. That's all right. It just saves me more ATGMs for the upcoming forces.
Give us the target. Holding here. Copy that. Moving. Reporting. On the move.
Here's where the wounded civilians are. And now we're going to have to protect.
Squad reporting.
Movement. We have incoming hostiles.
Yeah.
Legion coming to see what happened to his convoy. We've been sitting here too damn long.
Doc, going to take time to move some of these people, Lieutenant. Got some badly hurt people here.
We'll get you the time you need. Sergeant Laszlo. Founders, you heard the man. Defend the dock and these civilians.
We can protect the civilians in the main camp, sir, but the dock's still out there in an unsecure position. That building should provide us good cover to help protect the civilians and the base.
Reporting. Copy.
Alright, so... Those guys there. Put these guys there. Put the snipers there. And the Humvee I want to kind of tuck back over here in preparation for the striker I'm getting ready to have. Yes, you can occupy buildings as defensive positions. Obviously, you saw that in the first mission.
Up to my wrists in a patient's chest cavity. But
And you definitely want to do that to keep your units from being killed if they are out in the open. And we've got to defend the civilians that are in this building. Adjust him to point forward because I know the attack's coming in from this way, and I left the missiles out so they could fire on the machines when they start coming in. All right, we're the big ones. They've got some APCs getting ready to come in, and a couple more of those spider things, I do believe.
Got more wireheads incoming.
Doc!
I got ears, Sergeant, and people here needed my attention.
Got enemies near the Humvee.
Nope. Not the ones that I thought they were. Thought
See
that was
that
a
striker we
spider.
got? Good vehicle to have, especially since it can solve our ammo problem.
Choppers taking fire.
Put a squad inside. They can re-ammo from it. Yeah, but just remember, they can run out of ammo
Got
too.
incoming. Going.
Where is the spider unit? I know the spider's incoming. I'm looking for him. Where is he? Oh, good grief. You gotta be kidding me. They hit him. And there's my ranger unit that are getting ready to come in. Come on. Give me control of... And look. They got 2 of them killed before I could take control of them.
We got some rangers incoming. These guys kick ass. Strong camouflage and ambush ability. And excellent handle light vehicles. Just don't put them up against heavy ammo.
Alright, there's the vehicle.
We're on it. Ready to launch.
Should be multiple of these coming in. Fire, 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 fire. Okay. Gotta hit him with it. There it is. Look at that. Look at that missile. Tell me that's not awesome.
We're incoming enemy reinforcements. We need to abandon this position now.
Bad call, Sergeant. What about these injured civilians?
We stay here, we all go down. We pull back, our core fighting strength will survive.
You want to leave these people
Still
for Legion
alright.
to recapture? Not happening.
I do like how you can pick up your friendly units. If they drop a weapon, you can pick it up. So you can still maintain whatever that weapon is, that heavy weapon, machine gun, grenade launcher, or something like that. Okay. How many missiles? Yeah, he's got 3. Rangers are good on ammo. Snipers are doing good. And they're doing okay. Humvee's still good. Striker's still good. All right. Right now we're good. We're just waiting. I hate that part though where they did this in the last one. They gave me the Ranger squad, but they killed 2 of them running across over here. I guess that's scripted. You don't get a choice on that. That's.
Uh-oh. Incoming suicide bomb drones.
Lieutenant, get our people into cover. Use armored vehicles or buildings as strong points to focus fire on those drones.
Yeah. Those things are a pain in the ass. All right, where's the vehicles? Light them up. Light them up.
We're pulling out and taking all these people back to Haven with us.
Hope you know what you're doing, sir. Why
Civilians are getting ready to pop out of there. I think I'm gonna have to pop one more vehicle with the missile before we get out.
Loaded into the Humvee. These people need immediate evac. Incoming hostiles. Multiple units.
Guess they ain't happy about what we did to their convoy.
Yeah, here come the civilians.
Form up, founders. We need to buy time for the Doug to get these people to safety.
Get in the Humvee, civilians. There we go. That Humvee's getting ready to drive over here. Once it gets over, we'll take our combat units and we'll pull out because we're getting ready to get overwhelmed.
Got eyes on the enemy. On it. Medic's on his way. Want us to take the shot?
All right, stop. Let the medic in. There we go. Pull out. Boom! All right, let's get that last one.
Choppers under attack. Need to fall back.
All right. Oh, crap. No, come on. Tell me you got 1 missile left. All right. Get him. There we go. All right.
In our side. Enemy force. Target's been ready. Got eyes on the enemy.
All right. Get those guys. And now we're going to start to pull out. Our objective is out there. I want to try to protect the rest of those Rangers.
Enemies ahead. Enemies ahead.
And these snipers. I'm going to take the vehicles and just push them out. There's not enough room in the vehicles to load everyone else up, but the infantry can move out. And now they just got to get to there. We're good. We finished the last, or this mission rather, the last objective. Oh, why is that thing going so slow? Is its engine damaged? It's got to have a damaged engine. What is that? No. Okay, thank God. Go. Humvee, where are you going? We're going to let the striker take rear.
Humvee under fire!
And this is what I'm talking about. We do this run multiple times, back and forth and forth. I want you going behind that Humvee. That's the one that's needing to be guarded, and it's damn slow. It must have got its engine damaged. And that's some bull crap. Go, 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 go. Watch this crap. It's going to make me turn around and go back down this hill. And I'm like, no, I don't want to go down.
On their way to Haven.
Alright, there's that. Laszlo's squad's down here just fighting everything. And those Rangers kick ass. Alright. There we go. No. You go this way. You come back this way. I don't even want to unload anyone. I want to just keep them in the vehicles.
More incoming wireheads. Shit, they must have opened up a whole new production line with what they're throwing at us.
And see, we lost that Humvee.
Agreed. Doc's got this week. That point. Done. Okay, Founders. Disengage and fall back.
You heard the man, man. Let's get to the finish line.
Don't wait for me, buddy. I'll see you there.
This is what I'm talking about. I hate this. I have to go back down here to this objective where Laszlo is like, oh, no, we're not going to make it, people. Go back where you just came from. I'm like, what the hell? Why are you doing this? No, I don't want to go back down there. See, here comes Laszlo's squad. Laszlo's like, we'll hold them off. You guys run. And it's like, why are you bringing my vehicles down here?
Heads up! Whole new Legion formation incoming! Where'd they come from?
Damn it, Overwatch! We're supposed to be on eyes out here!
And see, look at all of this getting ready to come in.
They're moving to cut off our retreat.
No way we're gonna make it past Last! Last! No! It's the only way! It's this or they get all of us.
Understood, Sergeant Laszlo. And thank you.
Last! No! This ain't right! Get going, Mace. Remember, Founders Fidelis.
Yeah. Founders Fidelis.
Got trouble. Taking hit. Target's in range.
All this does is make my units take more damage. And look, we pull out, Laszlo's squad goes here, and they fight to the end. Which, I mean, more power to them. I mean, props, badass. But why did I have to come back down here? The mission should have ended when I got the medevac guys out. Laszlo goes down there and fights to the end. Coming back down the hill is stupid. That part is just unneeded. And see, I've got all my troops in these missile squad, the actual squad, and the Humvee with the Rangers.
Got everyone out. We're going to get out. You copy me, Sergeant?
Good job, Gimpy. I mean, at least they went out with their boots on. Gotta give them props.
We've reached the safe point. Disengage, Sergeant. That's an order. Sergeant, do you copy? Lost all comms, sir. Legion units have overrun Sergeant Laszlo's position.
Sergeant Mason, I'm sorry. I know he was your friend.
Congratulations, sir. You got your big one first time out. Really earned your spurs.
We'll talk about this back at base, Sergeant.
Yes, sir. Surely will.
And mission took 20 minutes. 149 infantry killed, 10 vehicles destroyed. Love it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and hit continue, but we're not going to play the next mission. There is one left that I have access to in the preview here, but I want to show you guys the skirmish a little bit before this video gets too long on the tooth.
Haven Base, this is Team Z again. Civilian, this is a militant. Belay that. But, Major, here to save lives, Captain. Contact!
It's Legion. It must have tracked us from the convoy ambush.
And you led it right back to Haven. Nice going, sir.
I love it, sir. Alright, so we'll save this as mission 3.
Out of my line of fire, sir.
It takes place with all the units that I rescued from the previous mission. Their ammo level, their level of destruction, how good the vehicles are holding up, all that carries over to this mission. Now, here's the deal, right? For me to say a game's good, it has to capture my attention enough, especially in the first mission, but if not the first couple, because sometimes the first mission is a training mission, which we all hate. We all hate tutorial missions. It's crap. It is what it is. But I want them to hook me. I want to get sunk into the game in that first mission or two and want to keep playing the game. And if I want to keep playing the game after I've gotten into it for an hour or so, then yeah, we're on the right path. And I gotta say, Dark Fate, yeah, they hooked me. I want to defend the base. So what it is Haven, the main base, is now under attack by Skynet Legion's forces. They followed us back after we rescued the civilians, and Major Stevens, the cop from the original mission, is there, and he's all about rescuing as many people as possible and not making those hard choices. But I really kind of want the game to put that choice to you. I think that could be a hook that will really catch people, is that choice between, am I going to make the mission harder and do the right thing and try to rescue the people? Or am I going to cut my losses militarily and sacrifice the civilians so I can maintain my military strength, right? Putting the player to that type of choice can really take this game to that next level. There has to be that type of incentive. Maybe your forces won't take as much damage, or you'll have more ammo or better equipment or something, right? But you've lost a certain aspect, like you're losing your humanity. Or maybe you get certain bonuses if you do rescue the civilians. Maybe Legion's working towards some ulterior objective that you can slow them down. Some type of branching path, something that you can affect by actually making choices in these missions could really take this game to that next level. I don't know that those choices are in there. The ability for them to be in there surely exists with the kind of story and gameplay that they've had in the first couple of missions. So I'm really intrigued to kind of see where they take this. All right, so they do have a skirmish match that we can pop into. I'm not going to play long in this, but I did want to at least show you guys, see if I can select Legion to play as. All right, so player. Move to the slot. Ah, yeah, here we go. Yeah. Okay. AI is the founders. Players, Legion. Mission duration is only that. We'll set difficulty to normal. And okay, look, those are the forces that we have. So many transports, tanks, drones. Looks like selections of Terminators. And if we move to this, okay, if you're playing as the founders, it looks like you have so many Humvees, different types of squads, Abrams tanks, which are awesome, Strikers, Bradleys. So you get 27 Bradleys. I am unsure how you produce units in this game. I know there are ways to supply that come into play, supply trucks that are in that third mission where you are refueling and re-ammoing your units, but I'm unsure how it's going to work in the skirmish. This just got added today, so I have not tried this previously. Okay, here we go. Player, and let's kick this over real quick. We're not going to play through the whole thing. I just want to kind of poke around as Legion and see what it is. Okay, so I have some drones. They have that. Reserves plus 1,300. And it looks like you take certain areas. Where are my other squads? Oh, crap. These are just scout drones. What the hell am I supposed to do with scout drones? They'll get wiped out by that. They're explosives. Okay. This looks like how I get to add vehicles into it. Rev 6 Terminators? What the hell is a Rev 6? 3 out of 3. Okay, so there's Terminators, there's the Wolf Packs. That's certain types of vehicles. Spider. I've got 2,700 points. All right, so let's confirm that. Does that mean I call? Oh, reserves. I see how it is. 1 and 2. This is where I call in that. I click there to select it. And there's the heaviest style of vehicle. Let's see. Can I call in these Terminators? Okay. I like the Terminators, but I can't zoom in any closer. It doesn't really matter for really gameplay purposes, but they don't look like the traditional Terminators. These have like the skull of the Terminator, but they've got like this armored chest piece. Those guys have the same look, and it looks like that's all the style of Terminators you could have. I would like to see like the regular style, the original Terminator, right? You know, that skeleton look. I don't really like that armored chest piece on it. I think they should have a different type. Do I have to drag them over? Okay, here we go. Here we go. And I can click up here. All right, so that leaves me 700 points, which is barely anything. I'm gonna have to wait for some more because I can't pull anything else except for a wolf pack, so we'll just confirm that. And I've got to try to take all the objectives, and I get points slowly over time. Okay. I see how this is going to work. Basically, depending on what faction you are playing as, you'll have to take the objective. So the way the skirmish is, it's a single player skirmish where it's almost a mission, right? You've got to take the different objectives, and the AI is going to have certain forces to oppose you with, and kind of like Steel Division, you get so many points per that time frame, whatever it is, that you can use to call in different forces. 4,500. I want to call in this big thing, this big tank. So let's wait for a sec. Let this tick up to the next thing. I'll call in that big tank, and we'll send forward some Terminators in that big tank. Just see what it does, and then we'll do some final thoughts. Okay, so now I got 47, and I can click up here. Why can't I select those? I've got the. Oh, look at that thing! That is awesome. I probably can't do it because I probably got to have certain objectives across the map. Yep. Because you see, it's only allowing me to pick certain things. It won't let me take too much. Like, it won't let me take the heaviest stuff right up front. So let's take 3 of these HC platforms. Oh, that's cool. Main control's just the same. What is this? Charge. Oh, we got a little stutter there. Oh my god, look at that. This is the first thing I have to take is a armored platform that has massive guns. That's ridiculous. And look how many guys they got up there. Look, they've blown all my stuff to pieces. Look, engine destroyed. And they've got an Abrams tank too. Yeah. I love the plasma fire, but this skirmish mission is... I'm gonna have to figure out how to play it because this is not right. Probably you gotta attack it from multiple different sides, build up some forces, and then come in because just a few are not gonna be able to take all that out. We didn't even damage that tank. We took out one gun turret and that was it. But we've got plenty of other forces, but I've got a limited amount. I can't take in anything else. Or I can't take more than that amount that you can start with. Damn, they start with one hell of an advantage, huh? All right, final thoughts time of Terminator Dark Fate. Touch on that skirmish mode for a minute. If that is what I think it is, to where it's kind of like a single player mission where you have to take the objectives, right? So you can pick over whatever side you want. And if you were playing as the humans, the founders, you would be trying to take all the main objectives and pushing through. So in a way, it is a single player mission set into skirmish mode. So you can play it over and over in different styles, different factions. I like that. That opens it up some replayability, but they have to have the multiplayer aspect. Now, I'm not a big multiplayer guy. I've never been a big multiplayer guy. So for me, that's more of an advantage. But for someone who wants to play head to head, that's going to be a disadvantage. To me, though, they've got multiplayer listed here. They would have to have even sides because it wouldn't service to have asymmetrical maps like that to where one player has such a big advantage. So my guess is they're going to have the traditional style maps that you would expect from an RTS style game. Both players building up forces over time, unlocking new stuff and going at each other and trying to take the different objectives. I'm sure they're going to have that. But I do like the thought that they have a skirmish mode that's kind of geared towards a single player solo play as well. If that is what I think it is, I like that. It's going to take me a little while to learn how to play it and not get blown away right there at the start, but I like that. As far as the game itself goes, I really like the single player campaign. I've had a really good time with it so far. I think the story is catching enough that it's going to capture people's attention and they're going to want to jump into it. The graphics are good. They're not, top notch, best I've ever seen, but they're perfectly serviceable. And depending on the level of your rig, you can have different levels of lighting and shadows and all that good stuff. In combination with the graphics and the sound, if you guys can hear in the background, I left the music on very quietly there. You can hear it, and it's, what's the way to describe it? It's almost Terminator adjacent. Does that make sense? In the fact that the Terminators don't look quite right. The vehicles and things they're using are just a touch off, right? The hunter-killer drones that you see flying across. Now, I've seen the spider things. They were in Genesis. I never saw Dark Fate. I didn't care to watch was it Dark Fate, Dark Knight, whatever it is. The most recent one that was the crap Terminator movie, I never saw it, so I can't comment if this stuff was in it, whatever. I can only comment up to Genesis. I've seen all the Terminator movies up to Genesis. Legion was in Genesis, but truth be told, I would rather see classic Terminator. Terminator 2, right? Real Terminator, the best Terminator, right? The skeletal Terminators, not the ones that have this armored plating and more solid look. Yeah, they're fine, but I think they would have done better harking back to that than this, because the latest Terminator movie just was not well received. It did very poorly in the box office, and it's done poorly in reviews overall. Sure, there are some people that like it, but the majority just didn't care for it. They butchered the story. John Connor's always been the big thing, so I think that would have been better harking back to those original memories of Terminator 2 and the music, actually line it up. Because like I said, it's the Terminator song, but it's just a bit off. There's something that doesn't sound quite right to your ear. Yeah, it's the same thing with the Terminators, the way they look and all that type of stuff. It's a Terminator, but it's just a little off. For me personally, though, I'm not overly worried about the story. I just want to have a good story to it. And so far, they have a story that has captured my attention. Fighting to rescue the civilians, having it close to Judgment Day, but not right on top of it. So people who remember the before 4 times, right, the long ago, and are now fighting the Terminators, and they're doing their best. I think that's a great place to set it in, because you're going to have plenty of stuff in there that people recognize, like Humvees and Strikers and Bradleys, and the things you'd be excited to pilot against a Terminator and to see how well you can do. I think that's a perfectly fine setting. If it were more in the Terminator 2 style, having technicals and infantry against HKs would probably throw people off, because the human faction would be so overwhelmed versus the Terminators. They were standing very little chance against them. But as it is, getting to use Abrams tanks, Bradleys, I think you even get airstrikes in this. Yeah, great, perfect. I'm definitely excited to see how the story plays out and to get further into the missions. And especially if they've got some of those hard choices that I talked about, like, do you rescue the civilians or do you pull back? Things like that injected into the game. I think that will be great, and it'll give a nice lasting memory and a reason to play it again and see if you make different choices, if it's going to, change some of the outcome, how it plays out. As far as Terminator Dark Fate goes, the actual release date, I don't know yet. It's supposed to be the end of this year, so we're in the ballpark. Should be in the next 2 or 3 months. My guess is they're just touching up the last few things, the last little bits and bobs, to make sure that the game is good to go. I do have to admit, I had one crash with this beta where it crashed the desktop on me, but other than that, it has played relatively smooth. And I can't comment on a price yet, because I don't know what the price is going to be for this game. The graphics, gameplay, everything. I'm going to say if they sold it at $39.99, they'd be in the right ballpark. That would be a fair price for this one. And if you would like to try it yourself, October 9th, as you can see, they are going to have an open demo that you can try out yourself. So what I've been playing here, if you want to try it for yourself, definitely check out Steam and you'll be able to download the demo. All right, that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little preview of Terminator Dark Fate, and stay tuned for more. So as soon as I can, I will get some more footage of the game up. Y'all take care. I'll catch you in the next one.